All right, today we're going to unfold a really fascinating geographic story. It's one filled with overlapping borders, shared histories, and, let's be honest, a puzzle that completely confuses millions of people all around the world. We're talking about the Great British Mix-Up. And trust me, by the time we finish this explainer, you're going to see this part of the world with absolute crystal clear clarity.
So be honest for a second. Do you consider England, Britain, and the UK to be the exact same thing? If you're nodding your head right now, or even just thinking, well, yeah, let me tell you, you are absolutely not alone. Across the globe, literally millions of people use these three names completely interchangeably without even realizing they actually mean entirely different things. But today, we're going to permanently solve this mystery. We're going to explore these regions like a story, chapter by chapter, setting by setting, so we can clear up this confusion once and for all.
Section 1. England, the biggest room. Okay, so this is probably the most famous setting in our geographic narrative, and it's exactly where our story begins. But here's where the confusion usually starts. England is just a single individual country. It is not the entire overarching state itself. You can kind of think of it as the lead character in our story, right? But it's certainly not the entire cast. It's simply our starting point, a distinct entity with its own borders, but it definitely does not represent the whole picture. To really ground ourselves in this setting, let's look at what makes England, well, England. Its capital is London, and out of all the regions we'll be discussing today, England is by far the largest and most populated part. When you hear about those world-famous football leagues, or, picture the iconic royal palace, or watch the news coming out of the Prime Minister's office, you're looking squarely at England. It is a vibrant, massively influential country, but again, it's just one piece of a much larger story.
Section 2. Great Britain, the island setting. Okay, let's enthusiastically bust our first major myth right now. Great Britain is actually the name of a large geographic island. It is not a separate country. Whenever you hear the term Great Britain, I want you to immediately picture a physical chunk of rock and earth surrounded by the ocean. It's strictly a geographical term for the landmass itself. That's it.
So the single physical island of Great Britain is actually shared by three distinct neighbor countries, all living on the exact same piece of land. We've got England, which we already met, but sharing this setting, we also have Scotland and Wales. Three totally separate countries, all neighbors sharing the one single geographic island known as Great Britain. Make sense so far?
Section 3. The United Kingdom, the complete sovereign house. Now, the complete political structure of the United Kingdom takes the three nations we just met on the island of Great Britain, so that's England, Scotland, and Wales, and adds a completely new neighbor into the mix across the water, which is Northern Ireland. Together, these four entities make up the complete sovereign country known as the United Kingdom.
And this right here is the absolutely crucial difference we need to lock in for our whole explainer today. Great Britain is a physical, geographical island containing three countries. The United Kingdom, on the other hand, is a political, sovereign country containing four countries. So the UK basically equals the three countries of Great Britain plus Northern Ireland.
Now, this is my absolute favorite way to remember this geographic puzzle. The source material provides a really brilliant, approachable metaphor. The United Kingdom is like a grand, cozy house with four unique rooms. Seriously, if you can just picture this house in your mind, I promise you will never get these terms confused again.
Let's actually walk room by room through this friendly metaphor. So the entire property, like the legal deed to the whole estate, is the United Kingdom. Now imagine a specific wing of that house that contains three rooms under one continuous roof. That physical wing is Great Britain. And finally, if you walk into just one single specific room inside that wing, you're standing in England. It perfectly proves exactly how England is just one small part of the complete sovereign property.
Section 4. The final myth. Does the UK still exist? Because we talk so much about these separate countries, England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, having their own distinct identities and cultures, people actually often wonder if the overarching structure has sort of fallen apart. Well, the answer is a resounding yes. It still exists. All four countries remain firmly united. The United Kingdom is very much alive and functioning. Whether it's on the global stage, at the United Nations, or when signing international treaties, it operates as one single, unified, sovereign state. The house is entirely intact.
But there's a really fascinating nuance to the end of our story here. While they all share the same house and form one unified United Kingdom state, three of these rooms actually get to manage their own day-to-day affairs. Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland each have their own local governments.
They have the power to make local decisions, which gives them a really deep sense of individual identity, even while living under the single roof of the UK.
So, to wrap up our story today, you will never view England, Great Britain, and the UK as the exact same thing ever again. We've successfully navigated this geographic puzzle. You now know for sure that England is the single room, Great Britain is the physical island wing, and the United Kingdom is the entire four-room sovereign estate. You've officially conquered the Great British Mix-Up.
As we close the book on today's story, it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? How many other places in the world have borders defined by history rather than just geography? Which country or historical topic should we explore the story of next? I mean, there are so many fascinating places in the world with complex borders and rich histories just waiting to be unpacked. Drop a comment below with what geographic or historical tale you want beautifully explained in our next deep dive. And hey, don't forget to like this explainer and subscribe so you never miss out on learning something new. Until next time, stay curious.